All right, what's going on YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And we're gonna have some fun tonight. because I just ate a very delicious meal, and as you can see here, we got this new coffee machine. I guess it's called a Nespresso or something like that. Now, normally I'm not a coffee drinker, but I was kind of feeling a little tired, I guess, from the food. So, and apparently you can make a lot of money selling coffee in this world. People love coffee, you know, like it's kind of like the go-to drink, right? And so personally, I kind of drink coffee once in a blue moon. Like back in the days in college, I would essentially never drink coffee when I stay up all night to study. You know, I would rely on anything else but coffee. But it seems like I'm getting older and I'm having a little bit better appreciation for coffee. So anyways, this Nespresso, you buy like these little pods, kind of like the Keurigs. It's like $1 a cup, man. It's like super expensive, I guess. I mean, comparatively to Starbucks, it's not that bad, right? And it comes with this like cup and everything, but this is really good coffee, and I'm having some appreciation for coffee. What's going on, King? What is going on, Joe? What is going on, Imel? I haven't seen you last week, actually. Itsuki, thank you. Okay, so Itsuki, thank you, by the way. I forgot to post your link, but I will do that in tomorrow's video because I do want to talk about the differences between the critical and the assault. And the bow, the killer bow, like everybody who's been playing Final Fantasy games knows about the killer bow, right? Killer bow is killer, and generally speaking is designed to be doing a lot of critical damage. I think there's a killer bow in Fire Emblem as well, and it is designed to do tons of damage. So actually, no, I'm not addicted to caffeine. I cannot drink coffee easily. So, but I'll for sure put that link, if it's okay with you, tomorrow in my video, so that the community kind of use that website to kind of gauge if they want to lean towards the assault route or they want to lean towards the critical route. I think it's a great web page that you sent me. I think it's very useful. I think it should get people to figure out whether or not they want to go with the critical or the assault bow. So that's kind of a little bit of house cleaning. I generally speaking don't like to do house cleaning while I'm live, but I felt like it was a very relevant one. So, and welcome those of you who are new to the stream. We're going to be having some fun tonight. Looks like we're thinking about already torn between Shiva and Killer Bow. Which one's better equipment? So we'll talk about that. We actually can start talking about that now. Okay, here's how it's working out. I've been farming fairly easily. This specific event has been pretty easy. But then again, I am blessed with a lot of the special units. So as you can see, I have 66 recipes of Killer Bow. Missile attack up 15, attack base of 83, magic of 20. So definitely you don't really care about this bow in terms of magic. Unfortunately, there is a penalization in evasion, but I don't think that's really a huge deal, since generally speaking, you're a unit that's far in the back, and you most likely won't get hit too often until you decide to be a dumbass and engage in combat. So many people are questioning whether to go for the attack bow or the critical bow, right? And so, there you go. Haha, auto correction, man, but true to that. I am thinking of getting the vision card. Yes. So the other thing I want to kind of briefly touch up on is why is people having such a hard time getting the vision cards? Because I don't think this time around there's guaranteed summons for these cards. That's probably why, right? Let's take a quick look. Yup, there's no guarantees for these cards, right? And that's kind of a shame, to be honest. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't do the Shadowbringers. It is a rerun, so if they really want to milk people's money, I guess it makes sense. But realistically speaking, there's no reason to try to milk people's money, right? I mean, it's a collaboration, but it's a rerun, you know? Maybe they're thinking another go around for a lot of people who haven't played this game since its inauguration back in what? April of 2019, but if you think about it, ain't nobody gonna be joining this game at this time, when we're near 1 year anniversary, and on top of it, Final Fantasy 14. I just don't think Final Fantasy 14 is as popular as some of the other collaborations. I could be wrong, but I think that's a poor choice since they essentially been giving us these vision cards guaranteed almost every single time they've introduced a card. So if you are going for it, good luck. I know I heard some horror stories about Diggs spending what, 50K, and I'm not sure if he got it or not, but it kind of sucks, right? It does suck. I mean, but the thing is though, it's already programmed in, right, Dervis? And by the way, welcome to the stream. It's already programmed in. There's absolutely no reason just to kind of, tweak the code just so we can get it guaranteed. These cards are not like, I mean, these cards are great, right? Don't get me wrong, they're great, right? I mean, they're actually really good cards. But the thing is, you have to be dedicated to these cards, right? The light attack up, you have to be dedicated to this card. And just like King or Chung in the chat, by the way, Chung is my guildie. He goes by King in our guild, so I know him. So, Nash-san, do you solo or multi to get killable blueprints? You know what? I can actually read some of your name. Actually, I can't. I'm Chinese and I can't really read every word in your name. But to answer your question, I have done solo. I think multi is very tedious, and I will actually have a footage up tomorrow of my team that's doing it. But for the stream purposes, I will show you my team. There's no reason for me to do it right now because, I already done it. Thancred is free, but double cost, that's kind of a bad move. So here's what I think of Thancred. I think probably people are at the point of asking, is Thancred worth it? I don't think he's worth it anymore. I think he's essentially not useful anymore. I'm sorry, I got a hiccup here. Is it mango? I think the last word is fruit, right? If I'm not mistaken. So yes, if his name is Mango, that's awesome. All right, Mango, I hope I answered your question. To get killable, the drop rate seems really low. So yes, I will show you my team real quick. And yes, I think the light card is very good for Yuna and Sakura, I agree. But I think perhaps we already talked about this. The light damage essentially is just a multiplier. Believe the magical attack power does more damage. I think we did a little test. I think we spent entire stream on whether or not that would do actually more damage. So correct me if I'm wrong, but of course, if you have a full team of light, having that card obviously just puts you over the top, right? So, Mr. Mungo, I will show you how this works. For me anyways. I only been farming for a couple of days. It is mango, all right. Mango is a great fruit, by the way. Lots of sugar, but lots of fiber and water as well. So I've been farming on brutal difficulty. And this is my team. So I have it set up as boss, because what I do is my team that I set up as conquering brutal difficulty, I set it up as boss, right? And then I have my main team, which I use for like mostly normal story mode or like normal story events. And then I have my farm team, which I use to farm residences, and I use this team to farm JP, and I use this team to farm like those stages where I can get the purple crystals. Essentially units that I'm working on in the meantime. So this is my boss team. Unfortunately, okay, first off, my runs are 100%. I have no issues. But sometimes, just sometimes, once in a blue moon, I believe it's 10% chance currently, that one of my units dies. Okay, it just somehow, the RNG factor of some of those units concentrating fire, they just go ahead and kill off one of my units. I have witnessed little Leela die a few times. She is the healer. I have homeboy Kane died a couple of times. As you can see, he did die one time because I can tell because his bravery dropped by 2 points. And my tanks never die. See, they never die. My tanks are very, very good. I have two, probably in my opinion, two of the better tanks. Good evening, Koi. How are we doing tonight? Farmers training team. Yes, my farm is my training team. I probably should change it, but I like to put farm for some weird reason. So here's the thing, right? You don't necessarily have to have all my units. I was hoping to do a video for this. I do have pretty strong units, obviously, right? I got two of the best tanks, one of the best physical damagers, and one of the best, if not the best, healer unit in the game. And then of course you can just throw him here. This is crucial. I think the crucial part about beating this is the positioning. You have to have a tank in this spot, and you have to have a tank in this spot. This one, not necessarily so. You just need someone who can take the heat off of these damage units. So I pair up with a tank and I pair up with a DPS to take care of the bottom dudes, okay? And then I have my one DPSer. This DPSer's main job is to kill Ryu right off the beginning. If you can have a unit here to kill off Ryu right off the bat, then essentially you make your run super smooth. And you can have your units die. I don't think that's an issue, to be honest. I don't care if my units die, just as long as I can clear it with no issues. Yes, this is definitely one of the worst setup in the game because obviously it's not free-to-play friendly. It's obviously spender heavy, right? But I'm actually in the process of working on a completely free, sort of easy to get units. You know, I think it's fair to have one limited time unit in a squad like this, right? I think here you can replace with Engelbert. There's absolutely no reason you couldn't do Engelbert. The key thing is you have to have Espers that do missile resistance. You have to have the vision cards that do missile resistance. You have to have Odin at least somewhat powered up to kind of take damage or negate some damage. And then you just need your damagers to do damage. You don't have to have Orlando. It could be any number of range hitting, hard hitting, like just straight up hard hitting units. Almost every unit on this map, I believe, is missile. So you just need to concentrate on defense. And that's essentially really it, right? I think I'm trying to work to see if I can beat it with some more freely played units. Let's see what I have. I think the key is, though, you should have 2 tanks. Even though you don't have one Vow of Love, maybe, like, if you have Rain, like, tweak him so he can cast his hate spell to absorb all the damage in the for 3 turns, and you should be good to go. I don't think I can do it with MR, man. Like, I don't think so. Like, the more and more I look at this game, I don't think it's doable, but it's just so taxing on your Trinity, right? Like your vision cards, your Esper, your gear. Like Gilgamesh does a very good job of showcasing him clearing things, but when you look at his stuff, he is a whale. Like he has maxed out cards and maxed out gear. So the vessel itself, you just need to have the concept down, right? You can use Engelbert to replace Warrior Blight. You can use Dario to replace Warrior Blight. You can essentially use any attacking units to replace my 2 attacking units. Preferably bruiser types, or units that can have drain or some sort of vampiric abilities. And in that case, you don't necessarily need to heal them. Until we get Mr. Rocks or MR Rocks, no one raise MR. I've been raising MR like crazy. Look, let's see what I got. My MRs are decent, right here. MR, 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 MR. I mean, hell, I even did Etra, one of the worst unit in the game. Like, this is arguably one of the worst unit in the whole game. But I think Grace is one of the better units in the game. Selir is one of the better units in the game. Gafgarion was definitely a really good unit, and I think Shadowlings, you can take her almost any raid and be successful. Mont was definitely the first tank for everybody, and then I kind of essentially stopped right there. But I feel like if you have Dario, and you have Engelbert, or you have Mont even, tank-wise you're covered. You don't even need these OP tanks, okay? You just need to have some Trust Masters or maybe some gear to kind of add some agility if possible. Then you just need some range attackers that are somewhat tanky, right? We're just talking about bruiser types. If you got them, use them. This game loves to cater to bruiser types. If you can survive some damage from the initial onslaught of those arrow guys, and as you're going by a full turn, right? Turn as in like your units take a turn and then comes completely full circle back to that one unit again, and you're starting to kill off enemy units like single target, you could just kill one shot them. then by the time it goes to the second round or third round, you shouldn't have to deal with too many enemy units anymore, and you should be able to have an easy run. You absolutely can charm that unit though. Like in this case, I don't like charm because Zazan's gonna die, like most likely one shot. And as a result, you're down to 4 units. And if you're down to 4 units and Ryu is not doing any damage, you still have to essentially deal with Ryu. And we're talking about auto. We're not talking about like manual. If you manual, charming is fine because you can physically protect your charmer and hide them behind hate buffs, right? But I don't think that strategy works in this map because the enemy units are all missile types and they cover a very large range. If they were all, say, melee types, then charming would make sense. That's my take on it. But we can see if we can farm it out, because if you guys want to, we can farm on multiplayer while we're here during the stream. But as you can see, I've already done farming my 63 copies. But I decided that I'm gonna farm 2 copies, or excuse me, two items. I want a critical type and I want an assault type. I still firmly believe the critical type is the best type for Niv, and the assault type is gonna be good for any other archer you have in the game. But for Rosa, she's a caster, so she doesn't need any of those. She needs her bow, which will be the rune bow, right? I think, is this called the rune bow? My bad, it's called the elven bow. Wow, I didn't even know that. So as you can see, this bow is definitely designed for her because of the fact that it is magic type. Here it is. It boosts, wow, it boosts magic attack up 20. So clearly this bow is definitely the bow for her, right? Okay, you need to have missile resistance, can try running with pink. Leaning on assault type, Niv got high crit rate already. So, like I said, I have a link to a website where some person compared the 2 types. And you're gonna be able to see the types that best suits your needs, right? You have to think, right now we only have essentially 1 unit in the whole game that is needing to use the killer bow, and that is Niv. I believe after I check out the website, there is only a tiny difference in terms of damage, not a whole lot. I think it's 3%. So assault type versus critical type, on average, is only a 3% damage difference. And each time she hits, she will gain, I believe, 4 APs on a critical hit. But here's the way I look at it. You can solve perhaps the issue with the bells, but if you don't have the bells, you don't need the bells, actually. Having the critical bow will essentially gain you enough AP over time that you shouldn't have any issues. I think the way Niv is designed is she's a debuffer, right? She's the type of unit that is not designed to do large amount of burst damage. So personally, I don't feel like I need to build an assault weapon for her, because you're using her to gain AP to do more debuffs. So in PvP, I don't know how that actually works, but I know in PvE, you can manual her. You can actually position her wherever you want. So you can take the advantage of just going multiple times and perhaps just cast Quicken over and over and over, rather than relying on just using AP. Now, I don't know how it actually works until I actually have her in hand and try this out. And since I haven't been lucky enough to get her, I can't say. But all the work that other folks have done has proven that critical is a slight edge over assault for Niv, and for Niv only. So it really depends individual basis here. I don't think there's a better type over the other. I think it's just a matter of your perspective of which do you prefer in your playing style, right? What is the best type for Bale Gauntlet? Bale Gauntlet, huh? That's the one that we talked about. Let's check it out. Like, I'm not sure, to be honest. Here's the thing, like, my Guildies has done the job for me. All right, what's going on, Ka? Good evening to you. So my Guildie has done the work for me. If you have Sortilli J, like I do, And I can make hundreds of these things apparently, because you only need a +2 for the Sortilege, right? Essentially, Sortilege is really good if you want to concentrate on defense or concentrate on spirit. So if you have this already, the Bale Gauntlet is kind of like okay. The only reason this gauntlet is obviously really good is because of the dex, right? So essentially you can only gain with, wait a second, you can do what, accuracy, you can do spirit, and you can probably do vital is the only thing I can think of. I can't even make one yet, right? I'm pretty sure, I haven't even looked it up, so you guys can correct me here, right? It looks like it's dex. It looks like it's going to be accuracy, spirit. It looks like it's going to be spirit, accuracy, or HP. So my personal feeling towards this thing is you don't really need accuracy, right? Am I right? Because this is an accessory, right? Because of the stacking situation, this accessory will essentially be that of a ring. So if you do the aim type, why would you need to do that? Because the ring is clearly better. Wait a second, let me take that back. I don't think the ring is better. Let me rephrase that. I don't think the ring is actually better, because I know the ring gives you accuracy if you do the aim type, and it gives you accuracy here. So yes, there you go. But it doesn't have the dex, right? Dex also gives you accuracy. So if I'm here to just randomly guess, I will have to say the Alexandrite ring on aim is better for accuracy because of this bonus right here, 20 plus your 20 here, right? Am I right here? You guys obviously jump in anytime now. So yes, right here. A +5 will give you 20 accuracy on top of the accuracy. So you will have 40 accuracy on this item. You're right, King. That's a good point. Not everyone's going to have multiples of these. But one copy of Alexandria Ring is, in my opinion, good enough. I mean, you're not going to have the 20 accuracy, right? Because obviously that's what a +5 does. But 20 accuracy base can rival that of the gauntlet. So the best comparison really then would be, I think my Guildies has put it, if you're not going for the aim type, Sortilege will give you good amount of spirit comparatively to the gauntlet, which in this case, because it does give you magic resistance of 8, then I would assume stacking spirit will also be a great idea. So I think it boils down to what is it that you need this gauntlet for and which units. Most likely we're going to be using it on units that are physical attackers. Am I right? Because most magic dealers have guaranteed hits. Am I right? So if they have guaranteed hits, they don't give a shit about accuracy. Right? Accuracy is pointless. Sharpshoot, Holy, the Glacial move, and I'm sure we're going to get more in the future, like all different types of guaranteed hits. So accuracy is moot point for those units. So who wants magical attack resistance? My personal feeling would be physical damage dealers. Stack that with Fenrir card and stack that with your innate ability or innate resistances, and of course espers, right? So then this will be for any sort of physical attackers. So I would think spirit would be the way to go. But the accuracy is very tempting. I will probably have to do some research. Quite honestly, I'm not 100% certain. Now you guys got me thinking like this. I don't really know. I can't answer that question without kind of looking deeper dive into this. As you can see, I have not farmed this because there is no brutal challenge for it. So since there's no brutal, the drop rate is standard. Is that like what, 6-8%? Very low. So this is definitely a grind. But this grind is kind of a nice grind because we have 20 days. And so my strategy personally is I always look at the calendar. I'm still tempted to go back and auto farm Shiva for a second copy of this armor, because I have how many days left? I have 4 days. So essentially, if I grind this every single day, I can grind one more copy of this. It doesn't necessarily mean I can actually make 2, it just means I have the recipes for it. And I believe this armor shares the same materials as this bow. So you're gonna have to make a choice, right? But remember, you have 10 days left on the Guga, so you can kind of slowly grind it out either in multiplayer or single. And then of course we have way more days. So essentially next week, if they release a brand new things to farm, which most likely they may not, but once this goes away, this will be around for another week. This will be around for 2 more weeks. So next week, whatever rerun they decide to bring us, you can still concentrate on finishing your 1 or 2 copies of your bow, and then you still have time to go back to get 1 or 2 copies of the gauntlet. Personally, there's absolutely no reason not to farm 2 copies of the gauntlet, because that ultimately takes the most number of time. So I'm wondering if maxing Glacier TMR is good. There is not much AP generating stuff. You're right, King, there isn't. Like, we have the bells, we have the loincloth, and then I guess the Glacier one. Lacerna, I think we talked about this last week. I think you missed it, Kanda. So I think the fights is a very, I even made a video. The Lacerna is a very odd, peculiar, I think is actually targeting, if I'm not mistaken, is targeting either Howlet or against Howlet. So you can either go the spirit or go the defense. I don't think it really makes humongous differences. It says Bale Gauntlet aim is the best. So it looks like the Gauntlet, you want to go for accuracy. So I think I'm just going to get 2 and go 1 for spirit. I don't know how much spirit they give you, but maybe go 1 for aim. Correct, Leo. Thank you very much for pointing that out. And of course, I'm going to be covering that in my video tomorrow. There's no pull for any others. Okay. So then, let's, I mean, I could just pull it up now, but that seems to be a lot of work since I don't have 2 monitors. But tomorrow I'm going to cover this because I was trying to figure that out on my own. You cannot get the Lionheart replica from farming, apparently. You have to just buy it. And it's an easy buy. Look at this. Super easy. It's not even 10 grand you can get this. I obviously bought Thancred. I personally think you should buy this every single day. The reissue summon tickets. And then of course you can buy some more here. So as you can see, I already got 18 farm right here if I wanted to go there. So you can easily farm 100 here. They're at 1k a piece. Fairly expensive. The Guga one, there really isn't a lot of things that you need. I'm buying seals because I think that's the best bang for my buck. And maybe the resmithing hammers. The rest of the stuff I don't need, right? I don't really need any of this stuff. I don't tend to build too many units anymore. And then of course I buy my pots, I buy my gold, and I buy my eggs. So Guga definitely right now is the best time to just buy up as many things as possible. Is one of the easiest farms in the game. Even if you farm normal, super easy. Normal is actually the easiest way to go if you can afford the energy. That's what I think, right? Yeah, I agree, M1. I think defense is a good staff for Sid. I personally think you can't really go wrong with fights. Like, you can't go wrong with that. I think you can't go wrong with that Lacerna gear. You can literally go any route you want, and I think you'll be safe. And I don't think... The thing is, like, if you find a really solid group of players to play with you and farm brutal difficulty, you can farm up 63 copies in a couple of hours. It's fairly easy, but you do need to do some dedication. I'm trying to max Lionheart. Can max it. Yeah, I heard that Lionheart is trash overall because of based on what you're explaining to us. So I don't really think it's worth it. Not building Thanker. Bruiser choice of mine is Cecil. So either one is good for light, but the thing is, Thancred is twice, and I don't feel like building too many premium units, because you have to think, you're trying to get 400 more shards down the road, and I'm not about to do that. I honestly think I'm just going to get the first copy, and maybe get these shards, and then buy this Lionheart just to have the recipes laying around. And then rest of the time, I'm going to be farming hard to get the Bale Gauntlet. Obviously, I got to get these. I forgot to get these last time like an idiot. Like, seriously, I don't know why. I guess I don't... Maybe I'll buy these up too, just to have them there. Of course, I need to do these. This one, I don't really care. As you can see, I have 269. Don't really care for it. Anything else worth talking about? I bought the seals because I'm feeling like, you know, I'm going to be farming for the Bale Gauntlet, so I'm going to have plenty of these medals. So that's my plan. Like, I'm glad we're starting off like this. You know what? While you guys are here, there's 35 of you guys. Let's go ahead and do some summons for fun. Let's do some summons for fun because we have tickets. We're not using these, by the way. I'm hoarding all of this. I'm hoarding all of my rare tickets until EX Job 25 pops. Boom. First week after, during that time, like the first, I'm gonna just be popping these off. All right. So let's go to tickets. Let's go to, I have 36. I have 36. Actually, does this have Niv in it? That would be hilarious if I get Niv out of my ticket. What am I saying? Why would I have Niv? That doesn't make sense. So what I'll do is I will wait when this updates to have Sakura in it, unless I'm lucky enough to get Sakura, like right off the bat. So let's go ahead and do 10 of these bad boys. Let me turn off skip animation so you guys can hang. And here we go. Let's see if we get a big boy. We get a big boy. 75 visitors. Wait, who? King, who spent 75? Oh, Soul did? Oh man, I didn't. Wow, I didn't check out Guild Chat. Maybe I should check it out. Nah, I didn't really care too much about Niv. Besides, it would have just been, you know, it would have really essentially just means y'all being like, ah, you didn't get nothing, you know, because that's what it was anyways. I would have cried too if I dropped 74, man. I would have probably stopped, honestly. Wait a second, these tickets are terrible. Let's just skip. This is trash. Oh, look at that. I did get 10. I didn't get a unit, but I got 10. Hey Kenzen, how we doing? Okay, so someone asked me my question. Your Thancred is at which LB? Tell Soul not to rage quit, man. 74k is 74k, you know. I will show you, Joe, what my Thancred is at. He is at nothing. I haven't done anything for this guy. Nothing. And by the way, I don't really plan on building him. Hey, what's going on, Jorge? How you doing? Good evening. At least evening for my end, because it's 9:30 p.m. my time. So personally, I don't think. Okay, first off, Thancred looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. He really reminds me of a lot of the actual, like the true definition of Final Fantasy, right? But I'm not gonna work on this guy because there's no reason for me to waste my resources. Although this jacket is pretty dope, but again, nothing here. And he has nothing here. So this is one of those first unit that they first released in the game, For some weird reason, they decided to make him premium. I think honestly, they should have got rid of his premium quality of it. But I think if they did that, they probably would have pissed off more people than they were gonna make people happy. So I personally am not gonna build him. He's just a bruiser, and he doesn't bring anything to the table that is significantly making me want to build him. Let me go outwards here. So if we take a look at the board, right, he has a couple of cool skills, but again, nothing super stand out abilities. He doesn't make your other units better, and he doesn't really shine all that much. So personally, it's a skip. But for those fans who are hardcore loving him, then, you know, go for it. Like, you know what I mean? I have Ramza. So on that point, Kachu, I have Ramza. And for me, that is my go-to unit. If I chain with Cecil, they're going to do tons of damage in terms of both being very cheap to produce later on, even though they're both limited units. On top of it, I'll most likely be able to get more shards of Ramza more often than Final Fantasy XIV reruns, right? Because Final Fantasy Tactics is essentially the backbone of this game. So they're probably going to be bringing that rerun a lot more often. There's more characters to draw out of Final Fantasy Tactics. Therefore, you're going to have more chances to get Ramza shards compared to Gunboy over here, you know, Gunblade Boy over here. And then, of course, Cecil seems to be very popular, and they gave it to him for free, gave it to us for free. So, you know, everyone should have him at 99. I don't. I decided not to spend the shards. And as you can see, I'm not even limit broken him because, again, I don't care too much about him. I have one of the best tanks. I have one of the best bruisers in terms of, not the best, but in terms of light, right? He's already a good bruiser. I think Cecil can outshine him in damage, but they can both do good damage. And I think that's enough for me. I do want to build her because essentially I want to build her for the arithmetician aspect. Having the extra holy, or not holy, having the light damage actually can really shine for her, because those instant casts is very good for some of the harder content. Those of you who don't know, JH is, I think he's a whale / kraken. He also does dabble in a little bit of YouTube videos. He's in like a good guild, and he was using, I think, 3 arithmeticians, at least 3 characters that have access to arithmetician jobs, and it was farming the Shiva brutal difficulty solo fairly easily. So like I said, I don't think you need a lot of light units, because essentially this guy is a redundancy of this guy, which essentially is a redundancy of this guy. This guy essentially is a redundancy of this guy somewhat. So light has a lot of cool units, but you have to choose. You can't sit here and build them all. You can't. You just simply can't. I will build her. I'm definitely going to build her, because that's just another copy of, I believe she has Quicken, right? If I'm not mistaken, she does have Quicken. Does she have Quicken? She has full life. Yep, she has Quicken. So personally, I think I would definitely consider taking Phoebe to level 120 as one of my top supporting units. And then of course, King hits it in the head. We have Sakura coming. We have Yuna coming. And for those of you who are saving hardcore for Yuna, I wish you guys the best of luck. I don't think I'm going for Yuna, but I know I want Sakura eventually, because I think having a good magic team is better than having a solid slash team or a solid Pierce team. Magic is just powerful in this game. I think 3 or 4 of my guildies, they're all going after magical comps. Like, they love magical comps. I think they're using Howlet, they're using perhaps a little Leela, and they're using, let's see, who else? I don't have Keto Fae still. You know what? I don't have Keto Fae. Let me just show you, since I'm about to do a guild war, since we have a bunch of us in the chat now. Let's do it. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show off my guildies. Okay, we need to show off the guildies. And that's the other factor for those of you who love magic. It's gonna be very rough to try to get the Bahamut card, man. That card is a what, 0.5%? No, half of the normal rates. I'm going to show you who are the best dudes for Magic. So Xander, he's one of our co-guild leaders. He is really heavily invested in Magic. So you can see he has 2,800 almost. So he got these 3 units, which I have this and this. I still don't have Keto, but I can replace Keto with, well, can I replace Keto? This is Double Holy, right? Double Holy is nasty. And I think he is a he. He has high magical damage. And this is our other guy. I think Stanley has definitely the most magical attack in our guild. And he's choosing to have these 3 units. Again, I only have 1 out of the 3. You don't have Keto. I don't even have Ziza, Nash. Yes, Joe, seriously. Like, if Ziza comes around, that is definitely the one thing you need to go after. Ziza. Ziza, in my opinion, is a must own because of the bells. And on top of it, Ziza dominates light in terms of at level 120. Like, she just flats out steamrolls people. Magic's so boring, I want to slash. That is a good way of putting it. Those who are in, press a like for Nash. I don't know what that means. 100 cost vision card probably still costs lower than a unit though. It does, it really does. But the point I was trying to make is it's going to be very hard to get the card. Because in Japan, they didn't give the guaranteed. If Global give us guaranteed Bahamut, it's going to completely change the landscape of the game, right? Going for Thancred, he is a challenge. Well, I'm glad you like challenges, Koi. I have to sway away from him because I already have way too many light bruisers. If you play Magic composition, you don't need Ziza. That is correct. That is fairly true. That is fairly true. So look, if you take a look at our high Magic users, they generally speaking have 6. They generally speaking, I've been watching them. They generally speaking have 6. Kung Fu, how you doing, Kung Fu? She has good plays in my heart. Who are you talking about, Kung Fu? Looking forward to that. Slowly building Odoa for her smexy apron. Yeah, I'm building her too to get her smexy. Get her can I say this? Get her like tampon rags. I know I'm gonna get like dinged for that, and people are like, "Oh my God, Nash, you're such a racist or sexist." Trust me, I'm not. Even though I think for the most part, I think almost everyone has a little bit of prejudice against something, right? It's just the way everyone's brought up. But anyways, that's kind of like stepping over a complete different situation. But I think Bodega, our other co-guild leader, he likes Magic. But then again, he's a Kraken. He's like Poseidon, Leviathan. He essentially has every unit in this game. So he kind of just does whatever he does. So big shout out to Bode. Who else? Here it is. Soul, a big fan of Magic. He actually has the most power in terms of damage. Wow, that is a lot of magical power. But he's going with a healing comp with 2 magic dealers. So right now though, like I think if you go the magic route, you have to be prepared to really go after a lot of the vision cards to essentially make your team to be where they're at. Like here we have Fukas. He is all about physical damage, and he has obviously 3 of the better physical damagers in the game. So he has guaranteed hit, so that's covered. So he has a pretty solid team. I feel like my team has the strongest weakness is I can't defeat. Chances are I will not be able to defeat like my eyeballs. Like the chance of me defeating like one of those evasion teams is gonna be very hard. So let's go ahead and do this though. I think there was somebody that I wanted to attack. Never mind, I think they killed him already. No, they didn't. So maybe I'm gonna see. There's still a lot of people that haven't. I think I was gonna attack this guy. I don't know if I'm gonna win. Do we have any opened? We have 1 opened. I should be able to beat this team. But if I lose, I lose, right? This is essentially, I have to at least take down and get 1 point. So let's go ahead and attack this guy. I think I matched fairly well against this team. I do have a piercer that can pierce through the damage. You know what? There's no point in talking about it. Let's just go in. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to concentrate on a magic comp because I love magic comps. I always enjoyed magic comps, but I don't really enjoy playing magic comps over a tank. I love tanks. Like in all games that I play, I enjoy tanks. I should have a slight advantage here because I am running into Keto Fae, which is what I generally speaking look after because of my little Leela. So I did get a confusion. I got a confusion. This is gonna be interesting. Now he better not kill. Okay, so he's not gonna kill my guy. Boom, already got 1 point. Cause see look at how much damage I can do. And I forced that guy to use his heal early. I got the hate up. This should kill him. As long as little Leah goes next, I'm safe. Heal, very good. No death, because I'm pretty strong against Slash. Kill that guy, so I'm good. We need to get a couple more heals, little Leela. I didn't get the stop. Pierce damage is good. Lots of damage there. I need to get a heal, girl. Come on. So that's fine. So my next attack, I should have heal ready. So personally, I always try to find Keto Fae because that's the one unit I target. So Kung Fu, I learned from our guildies that you want to have your tank on the 3rd slot because that's where your tank is going to shine the most. You notice that he had his tank on the high end. So by the time his tank ran into the combat, it was too late. Hey Ryan, how we doing? I hate this new map, looks awkward. Yeah, it's a little awkward. There's a lot of steps. I think Kane kind of rules here. The reason I'm not going with that comp, Mel, is because range don't, generally speaking, do enough damage against a lot of these heavy-based defensive-oriented teams. And many times over, they kind of expect people to switch to range units, but then that's how you defend against range units. At least that's for me anyways. Hello everyone, I'm newbie in this game, enjoying your stream. Thank you, Walt, and welcome to the stream. Love your name, by the way. Your name is like, wait, your name is not Walt. What am I saying? I apologize. Your name is Watt. I apologize. Second, long time no see in stream, buddy. Halloween Leela is more supportive than Eldara anyways. Eldara is just a band-aid solution for my main team. Yeah, I think I used to think that Eldara and Little Leela are just like, oh my god, they're just like the same unit, but they're really not. Like, there's a big difference, right? Because Keto Fae has been such a dominant force that Little Leela, when she came in, she essentially, I essentially no longer fear Keto Fae at all against my team. KW, some haven't updated for new map. What does that mean? Like, you know, like people haven't adjusted to the new map? Perhaps, but it's been a few days. And by the way, Watt, if you're new to the game and you have questions, there's plenty of good players in chat right now that will gladly answer your questions. Or if you want to engage in conversations with people who are really like veterans of this game already, come to my Discord and there's plenty of information in there. You're more than welcome to ask any type of questions, Watt, and people will help you out there. I think someone mentioned in one of my comments yesterday, was it yesterday or today? They were saying like he was so happy to find more content coverage on YouTube because he wished that he didn't make some of the mistakes that he has made playing this game, and he actually reset to another account, but ultimately still went back to his older account, but he kind of wished that he didn't make a lot of the mistakes that he has made. And I think this game is so complicated that it's a good idea to really sit down, buckle down, do your research, gain as much knowledge as possible, and then start playing, and then play the game right. And you will, I think you will ultimately enjoy the game a lot more so than if you're just kind of go in there and just take your background as a video gamer to try to, you know, expect things from it. So that's personally my only thing I will give to you, Watt, as a newcomer to the game. By the way, welcome. This is a great community. A lot of great people, a lot of family-oriented folks who are really good at helping out the community. I always search for Mantra Kitufe teams. Well, me too. A lot of times though, if I see Kane paired up with Kitufe, I have more of a reservation to attack them. But I think I got lucky on that last comp that I didn't get butchered by their Kane. Wookie Rage, welcome. I've got over 200 days logged in and would advise any new player to stay as much as possible. That's fair. Because I think spending, you have to kind of spend wisely. This game has that pitfall of trying to get people to summon all the time. Please do not summon all the time. It's my biggest advice to anybody. Even if you're a heavy spender, don't go apeshit on summoning. Try to build the units that you have in your monster box rather than trying to get as many units as possible. Like, study it up. Look up what the playing style you ultimately want to go with, and then kind of cater to that playing style. Don't deviate your playing style to let the game dictate how you play. Dictate yourself how you want to play the game, and then you're gonna love it. You're never gonna walk away. The way I look at it is every single day I'm waxing and waning. Sometimes I just feel like, I just don't feel like playing this game because there's so much tediousness involved. But as soon as I get engaged with the community, again, every single day, like I log into my Discord, boom, I feel happy again. I feel like I want to play. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you have a game that has such a strong community and such a positive one overall, it's hard to walk away from this game. It really is. Okay. It takes a lot to really max units. So I think honestly, if I was to re-roll today, like today I re-rolled and start fresh, I will only build like 5 to 10 units for the entire year. And that's it. And I will concentrate the bulk of my resources on obtaining vision cards. Instruction unclear. Summon I'm not gonna lie, IML. For the first 6 months, I was really summoning quite a bit too, but the game gives you a lot of free summons though, you know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, if you spend $10 a month, in this day and age, $10 is almost like not a big deal, right? You spend $10 on a month. Or maybe you spend $40 a month on this game. That's essentially a really nice pack. Use that pack to buy something guaranteed. And ultimately, that will make you get your money's worth. I mean, seriously, Jorge, there's just so much. There's literally so much knowledge to learn in this game. Every time I stream, someone in the chat is educating me in something. You know what I mean? Like, you summon if it's free. Yes, there you go. Perfectly put. If it's free, go for it. But normally, don't like save up resources. Don't save up tons of resources just so you can like summon for someone specific. Because in about 3 months or maybe 2 months, we're going to be experiencing a reboot sort of the game. So if you're just coming in right now, my suggestion is don't summon. Just wait. Wait till the next level cap. When we have a level cap increase of 120, then start thinking about planning out the units you want to kind of hardcore build. All right, let's get back to business at hand here. All right, I gotta let me do something real quick. This is I got my oven on, so I didn't want to scream over the stream. but I'm cooking something for dinner for tomorrow. So, okay, so let's concentrate on this. What we got going on here? My question is, should I just go ahead and attack this team? Let's see how many we got left. We got a lot of one person left. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they have 9 things. I think we should be able to pull out a victory on this. Honestly, I don't think it really matters that much if I need to finish this team off, since we have so many guys. I think I'm going to look for another team to actually open up. One of the things I don't like attacking these teams, the physical units, is that they, generally speaking, will essentially destroy my little Leela. But I'm going to go for it anyways. I'm going to attack a team that has a lot of heavy hitters. It's probably going to be a Dwayne, maybe Stern, one of those. And essentially, if I bundle up together, I will lose this fight quickly and fast. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's do it. Alright. Also try to farm too much. This game is easy to suffer from burnout. Yeah, exactly. That's why right now I feel like if you just leave it on auto run solo farm for a little bit, I think you'll enjoy a little bit more. Until they kind of really make multiplayer more beneficial for everyone. I spent hundreds in the beginning and it didn't get me much in return. Now I'm 100% free to play, much happier. I can't disagree with that, Wookie. Like, there are certain things that are just not worth spending money on, and there are certain things that's worth spending money on. I think honestly, like, if you spend, just make sure you buy packs that guarantee to give you something in return, rather than spending just a summon. I think that's a big waste. So I got one shot to kill. No, okay, I didn't kill. I think if he would have did something to kill their Orlando, I would have been fine. I don't think their comp is that strong because, again, I already used my bells. I used a bunch of my abilities. So, but they're going with a classic Slash team. And right now, Slash is just really not as powerful as they, I guess, should be. So I think this will be an easy. I think this will be an easy cleanup for others. So shouldn't be any issues there. We open up a few more. So hey, looks like my dog is attempting to join the stream. All right. So I think I did a pretty good job that run. Let's go ahead and claim these. And let's discuss whether or not we should be farming tonight, if people want to farm. We got a lot of, I think I've hit an all-time high. I want to thank y'all for the support. There's like 50 people in here tonight. So let's do it. Let's do some, we're close to Lions, which will give me extra attack, right? Wow, 2% dex. That is as sweet as it comes. Wow, level 10. Look at this sweetness. Dex and agility. That is nice. Unfortunately, I'm out. So I'm gonna have to use these. Use these cheap ass 50 experience boosts. So, okay, so earlier we ate some spaghetti. And for those of you who watched the movie Lady and the Tramp, do you remember that scene where the lady and the tramp were eating spaghetti and they were chewing, and eventually they kissed by accident? Well, I was doing that with my dog. I had my long spaghetti and then the dog was eating the spaghetti in one end and I was eating spaghetti on the other end, and we were getting closer and closer. It was kind of cute, but you know, I guess you have to be appreciative of those type of things if you like dogs and you can handle sharing meals with your dogs. But those are the type of moments that I kind of live for now, you know, as an adult human. You know, you're gonna have to appreciate things a little bit more so than when you're younger, you know, things like that. or old man don't kill you. It's not if you have fresh unit, it's Gucci. Little Leela on first slot might be good. We'll be further away from danger. Actually, that's true, because Little Leela on top, she will be less likely to get hit, right? So maybe I'll switch that up for tomorrow. I think I will switch that up for tomorrow, right? Just kind of switch the plays. There you go. Let's try that, see if that works. Yeah, that might actually work better. Because ideally, I want my tank to go a little bit further to gain the hate. I don't think I really need to do arena. I don't think, honestly, I don't think the first slot will be sniped by Gunner. So don't pick people with Gunner in first slot. There you go. That's fair. I've kind of learned that. Oh yeah, you want to see my defense? Yeah, it's a little bit different. My defense is different. My defense is this. So actually, I probably should switch. I have my attacker here. Actually, my defense will get sniped, wouldn't he? Maybe I should switch my defense to a tank. Another tank. The only thing I could think of would be Worry Blight. But then I wouldn't really have a lot of offense. It would just be very grindy. That's probably how I was losing. And why the hell am I using this? This is like the worst defense card of all times. I guess essentially I would just use this. I think, you know what, on defense, I think on defense I should use this instead of that badass card for him. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this, my friends. I'm gonna go something different. I'm gonna go with this. I wish I had a sword that gives me like, well, I mean, he'll never get in range. I should try this out. How do you feel about King Mont in regards to your triple fire team? Oh, Shilly, you are tempting me. You think I should use Shiva? And I probably shouldn't really use this ring. I should use the armor. But the accuracy, I need accuracy because does anything give me accuracy? The bells do. I can use the gauntlet, but actually, you know what? The gauntlet probably is a better choice. And I will use this. I love using this for her because of the tiny bit of missile resistance. And I think I should craft a healing mace for her. Let's craft a healing mace. You like the Shiva better? I think my Shiva is pretty weak. 114. But look at this magic boost though. I think you could also think of Solidus. Yeah, but my Solidus is pretty weak. I think I'll go with Solidus. I think you're right. I think I can do some slash resistance there. I think this is looking pretty solid. I think I'm gonna craft a healing mace right now and see how that goes. Let's go ahead and do that. In terms of Fire Mont, King Mont, I don't think I'm gonna get him on my main. That's just plain simple. I'm gonna skip it. But I think I'm gonna go after on my free-to-play account. I know that sounds crazy that I'm going after a limited time unit. Oh, actually, it's not limited, right? It's not limited. It's just double cost, which kind of sucks. But I think if I get King Mon on my main account, maybe I'll build him because I don't have a lot of fire. I just got Luartha, as you guys saw. I didn't get Niv. So what I did was I summoned on the step up banner, the paid. Solid this now since you swap out the eBay. Yeah, I did swap out the eBay. Mucho gusto. Okay. Oh, Dominican Republic. My sister-in-law's from DR. So how you doing, Pedro? How you doing? So let's go ahead and craft. Let's go ahead and craft. As you guys see, I have two. I decided to farm 2 healing maces because I have 2. My guildmate and I found 265 free King Mon shards and 50 EX orbs for him and JP, an additional 50 shards if you get the limited quest. Wow. But you're still going to be a lot off. I mean, we're talking about 1,000 shards multiplied by roughly 100. That's 100k, right? You have to be a heavy spender to go for 100k. So what am I doing here? We're definitely doing magic, correct? We're doing magic, right? Yeah, this makes sense. Oh no, that was my problem. I don't have enough books. I always feel bad exchanging books. I have 63 recipes, or I have 63 recipes. My eyeball's like hurting. I have 60 recipes for the purple lining. I don't think there's good fist weapons in this game. I'm clearly tapped out on spear. I don't have any dagger users as of now. My Venera is pretty weak. Yeah, you're right, Leo. They do have that guaranteed 10 shards for 50 million. I never use katana. I really don't use katana. The only katana I could think of is the purple lining, though. I think axe is by far the one I don't need. Armor I need, accessories I need. But I have so much accessory, 2,590. And the crazy part is, if I dump the katana and I build the purple lining, I'm gonna be sad face. Or maybe I should just dump accessories, even though I have so much accessories. Well, first off, how many do I actually need? I need 870. This game is just brutal, man. So I need 870. I probably can afford some accessories, right? I can't dump axe. There's literally nothing here. Accessories? What do you guys think? Accessories, since I have an overabundance of accessories. Although I probably need my accessories. So I think I'm gonna dump some dagger. 870. Let's do 70. There you go. And then I'll dump some fists because it's gonna be a while since we get Fireboy. And if the Fireboy does come and they give us a really good fist weapon, then I can just farm the books that week. So let's go 700 with fists. And then let's dump some katana. Let's dump some katana so we can drop it to 500. There you go. So then I'll dump some accessories. Even though I know I'm gonna need, even though I already need, I need tons of accessories. Let's just dump the axe, all right? Let's dump all the axe. I definitely need this. All right, let's dump some accessory. 870 we said. There we go. I still have 2400, right? So there we go. All right, problem solved. Maybe we can farm some books tonight. Man, nah, I'm just kidding. I'll do that on my own time. And so it looks like I have enough to +1. I'm going magic. I'm gonna craft 2 eventually. One for my Eldyra and then one for my Halloween Leela. And the great thing about Marielle is she doesn't require this weapon since she's a sword user. But you can use her instant cast banish abilities. Okay, here we go. Magic. And I still need lots of spear books to finish this thing off. But as you can see, I'm almost maxed. I actually do not even need to get this to 5 stars because it doesn't need to gain extra. And I think that's the beauty of going for the critical version. Fireboy is 2 unit banners. Kaiser Knuckle and the Fire Fist in 2 months or so, or maybe early. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start farming some fist books because I do want to get that Fire Fist punching boy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy him a lot. You know, if I'm gonna be spending money, that's someone I want to kind of build right away and just start taking him everywhere. And then I'm gonna be that one guy who's all about raving about fisting people, you know, punching people in the faces and stuff like that, where all the other content creators like, nah, striking sucks balls, and that'd be great, right? Kind of put me in a corner by myself to cover that. And I'm pretty sure the other people don't care about strikers anyways. They're all about magic and shit like that. You guys just realized that I need, how many books do I need to, oh my god, I need another 255. I need another 250, oh fuck, okay. Alright. Looks like, now we're gonna have to exchange more. Rado, yeah, Rado. I like him though, he just looks, like, I don't know what it is, but his design just makes me want to get him. Do I need more sword books? What other? Oh, I do need sword. I need that sword, that rune sword to for my Howlet. So yeah, I will need that. I'm not building Venera anytime soon, so I think I need to dump all of these. And I don't think I need any ninja blades. The reason, Jorge, is because I do not build anything. You notice my arsenal, I don't really build anything. I do need lots of bows. But the thing is, I don't have Niv, so I'm not really worried too much about it right now. I do want to build some guns. How much accessories? Let's evaluate how much accessories do I actually need before I go and start wasting it. I have that. I'm okay with this one right now. I got that. I do need to build one more of these things. I can afford that. So I will get this pump. So I have a spirit. Let me go ahead and just craft a shield. So I haven't crafted Soul of Thamasa. I just don't have a lot of... I simply do not have a lot of magic users. And this might not be crafted at all. Yeah, see, I'm severely lacking, so I have to wait. So I will go ahead and craft another of these things. Can I afford this? Yes, I can. So I will craft a shield. And then I will need to craft 1 or 2 Bale Gauntlets. And then the Soul of Thamasa. I can craft a +3. No. I can craft a +4. Next time it comes around, I will craft another +4. And I should be okay with that. But how many books does it need? It needs a lot of books. So I'm gonna need another, probably like what, 300, 400 there. So I will need like 1200 to make 2 Souls of Thermasas. I don't really know if I really actually need to craft Bale Gauntlets. I think I definitely, when the ribbon comes around, I will get a bunch of ribbons as well, because I think you really need ribbons in this game. You need multiple ribbons. This big mistake on my part. So I think I can afford to dump some accessories. So here we go. I'm just doing calculating, guys. I'm sorry, I'm playing numbers on a stream. But you know, that's what a stream essentially is for. Me doing things and you guys critiquing me for it. Luckily, I only need 255, right? So let's go ahead and exchange accessories. I think it's fair to say that I can afford it. So yeah, I can afford it. Fire lard boy, Gumi. You mean dough, just noticed. Lardo, though, is offensive in some cultures. When I talk to my Gumi, since other countries are hoping to go, nah, I don't think they're gonna name him Lardo. They're gonna probably name him Lando or something stupid. Lando. That doesn't really matter. I do enjoy him. I would love to just have him around and just kind of do random things with him. So essentially this week and next week, I actually have a good amount of time. I don't work on a weekend. Next week I work on a Monday, which is perfect because I'll be up all night. I'll record my video, whatever news is coming, boom, go to bed. I'm done for that day, you know? Okay, boys and girls. This, I think, is the weapon to have for me personally. Since this HP is fairly high, I don't think it's worthy of hammering for the HP. So I don't give 2 shits about attack. I'm only going for magic. And of course, accuracy should be the bonus that we're looking for. HP, I don't think it matters that much to have maxed. So I'm just gonna go with... I'm gonna go with magic and accuracy. So let's see if I have enough. I do have enough, so let's see. Hopefully, crossing fingers, if I can get like 30, I think if I can get 40 magic, I should be easily, No, I did not, so. Damn it. Okay, I might have to re-roll, guys. I might have to re-roll. That was a terrible, look at that, 17? Oh man. I think I'm failing on this one. I don't spend the $8 to get the pack. I'm not. I think if my guild's like, hey Nash, you gotta be like the Uber guy now, you gotta spend more money to get Uber, and they're not gonna do that, so I'm not worried too about it. Lando will be okay. Yeah, I think Lando will be okay. Lando. Like, they could call him literally anything they wanted and people would be happy about it, you know? Here we go. Big money, big money. Let's get a big roll here. Big roll. Okay, okay. 51, that was good. 51. I didn't get any rolls on the accuracy though. That's kind of worrying me a little bit. I got a lot of these silver ones. So use up the silver ones. All these seals I've been buying. So that was a poor roll. That was definitely poor. This might be a rehammer, guys. This might be a rehammer. Damn it, all my seals are gone for this. I don't know what the average is, but this is not looking good. I think I'm just gonna have to re-roll. What do you guys think? I only have one more chance at this. Should I even bother wasting more seals? Should I re-roll right now? Because it doesn't look like I'm gonna get 187. The dreadful design of this, man, I swear. Actually, I probably can get 157, but essentially I'm sacrificing my accuracy. Championship, you think that healing mace cannot be maxed without buying it? Yeah, can somebody check what's the average roll, because so far my average looks terrible. That's not even half. I'm at 40. I think for real this is a reset. I think I need to be minimally at least 100 here in order before I hit the 50 cap, right? Because essentially losing some accuracy is way better than having no accuracy at all. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, this is a wait, what did I just do? For some reason I just logged out of this. Y'all don't need to be seeing this. I don't know what happened there, but I apologize. Have 40, I think you get like 60 on baller roll. Reset, yeah. I want to go for, I was thinking about 100 plus. We'll reset once on stream, and then if I don't get what I want, I'm going to run out of magic seals again, and I don't want to do that. I already wasted tons of magic seal on this stupid ass platinum hammer. I think that's the balance, right? Because they know that the arithmeticians are great units. So they want to kind of mess with you. They want to kind of mess with you a little bit. And they certainly are messing with me. Bastards. Bastards. Hit the wrong button again. Here it is. Okay. Let's try this again. $10. Oh, I can't believe I just wasted like what, 29 seals? Okay. All right, that was not bad. That was not bad. We're doing a little better than last time. We need 34. We need like 60. Can we get 60? Yes, look at that. 60. Okay. 60. Maybe we hit 120. All right, big money, big money. Is this stream luck? Everybody keeps saying stream luck. I don't know if I really ever had stream luck. 81. Oh. 81. Are we still on? We're still on par, right? We're still. I was hoping to be like a little bit close to 90. I would have been golden. I got 11K of these things. All right, yeah, I can splurge here. I know it is. Mine is not even there. I gave up on it. Here we go. We're at 81. Everybody, let's pray for 100 on 40. Let's pray for 100. Yes! 105. We're at 105. So we're right around average. Damn it. So smithing will give me 30. So I will need 22. RNGesus, give me 22. But I'm going to lose accuracy though. So do you think that makes a difference if I lose accuracy? I'm going to lose accuracy. But if I use accuracy and I don't get the magic boosts, then I'm going to be failing on magic. I don't think the accuracy is going to bring it to 8 though. I'll settle for 4 accuracy in max magic. That's what I would settle for. Oh, you're right. You're right. I should have used. Okay, yeah, you're right. I probably should have done that. I don't know what I was thinking. Here we go. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I kind of foobar that. Here we go, boys and girls. Yes! 134! I did it! I did it! I did it! Alright, I did it. Sorry if you guys are using headphones. 134. So I think I saved myself. Is it even worth using a hammer for 2? Do you guys think 155 is more than enough? Or do you think accuracy matters all that difference here? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know. Should I switch one hammer for the magic and lose the accuracy? What do you guys think, boys and girls? Go for the max magic or go for the extra accuracy? I don't think the extra accuracy is going to make that much of a difference, right? Actually, I do have a question for you guys. Let's say I'm equipping the healing mace and I'm equipping an accuracy ring. The accuracy ring gives me 20 accuracy. Do I get the 20 accuracy and then I get half of this accuracy, or do I get this plus the 20 accuracy? Can you guys help me out with that? So that's the question. The question is, does this accuracy matter at all? Because my accessory is going to give me the bulk of the accuracy. The stacking, if I understand it correctly, it takes half of the next highest and it takes the highest of your gear, right? So does it take 50% on this accuracy or 50% of my ring? So then 4 is the best. So see what I'm saying? Like, I know we're min-maxing, and quite honestly, 1 accuracy means nothing. So yes, essentially, the max I could have gotten out of this would have been 4 because 8 divided by 2 would have been 4. So even if I maxed it, I essentially only gain 2 accuracy, and it's fairly freaking pointless. So it's better to put it in here, right? So that means with this magic stat plus a thermostat, right? This plus my thermostat will essentially give me tons of more magic. So I'm gonna go with this. So you're saying I should just save this hammer? Save this magic hammer, right? Because 2 damage isn't that much of a difference. Right, because that's what my way of understanding it. Everyone's telling me the exact same thing. It takes a second. HP might not be a bad idea either. But HP will only take 40 of that, wouldn't it? You're right. You know what? You're right. Here, let's go back. I might not even need to use the accuracy, right? Because essentially, I will only lose 1 accuracy. Because you're absolutely right. 50% of 2 is 1. 50% of 4 is 2. Why waste the hammers to gain 1 to gain essentially 1 accuracy? That's useless. So if that's the case, HP, if I equip an armor of any sorts, even if I hammer the HP, I will only get half of that. So at best, I can only get 45 HP. 15 HP. Have I ever been in a situation where 15 HP would save me? Probably not. So I think we should just dump it into magic. Since we want to kill people. Am I right? We want to kill people. So why not use the hammer, all of it, for magic? And 15 HP is better than 1 accuracy. Right? Yes, Jorge, because this magic is 157 and there's nothing in this game that's going to give me more magic over 157, right? So if I use the Thermasa, it will only give me half of the Thermasa added to the magic there. So just add magic and save other. Just hammer your magic. Yeah, you're right. Just hammer my magic. HP is really good. I think 2 magic doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, we're sitting here, pinching pennies, but maybe when you take the multiplier, multiply that you're actually magic, that too can put you over the top in a kill compared to a no kill. That's what I'm thinking. Curata. Don't we already have Curata though? Well, anyways, I'm smithing it. To me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the 157. So that was my goal. I maxed it out. You guys saw it on TV, really so. Right, Jorge, because, okay, so check this out, right? Thermasa is sharing a slot, correct? I don't even have a Thermasa. So let's say I build a +5, okay? Boom. Let's say I get whatever that is. It's not going to be more than 150, correct? So it's only going to take the next highest stat and cut it in half. So this will be only 50% gain. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So the Thermasa only gives half given that the mace is at full power. It doesn't have to be the fact that the mace is at full power. It's just the fact that it's higher than the Thermasa. Yes. Wait, you're saying it's worth to max? I don't think it's worth to max. No, it's not worth to max. Because look, the gain you get is only a 4% resistance. I mean, yes, in terms of min-maxing, 4% is actually a decent amount. But is it worth it because as a UR quality, is it better to have 2 +4s compared to... Sorry, is it better to have 2 +4s compared to having 1 +5? Jorge, I believe it happens to every stat. The computer always takes the highest you have. So let's go ahead and do an example. So right here, essentially what the game will do is take the highest stat of each category across your equipment. Okay? So obviously I'm putting on armor. So 478, I will get that. But this mace has 37. If that one is higher than my accessory, which is not, then it will take 50% of this next highest one and add it. Max 50, I think, not max +5. Right, no, yes. If we're talking about the same thing, then yes, you want to obviously max star it. But maxing a star just means you will get the highest possibility in stats, correct? So look at this spear, right? I'm essentially almost fully maxed on all of these stats, but I'm only at 3 stars, even though I already plus 5'd it. If I awaken it, which is already awakened actually, right? I can actually get all these stats at 4 stars. At 5 stars, it does not add anything more, so there's no reason for me to waste materials. But this is triggered based on if you already plus 5'd it. So that is essentially this number. But the stars is essentially unlocking these stats. So when you're saying second, maxing 50, not max plus 5, what I'm talking about with the Thermasa is you don't need to plus 5 it, because the bonus that you gain from it, it's only 4%. While that may seem like a lot, it's not worth the effort to go after all of these materials when you essentially can cut that material by a ton if you created 2 plus 4 self Thermosas. Now obviously for those players that are super hardcore, they will have 1 plus 5 and then multiple plus 5s. But personally, you don't need to be that hardcore. You could just do a plus 4. That is the difference. Magic piercing 10, right? Wait a second, what's 10? So look, magic piercing penetration is 4. And you take 4% less damage. You're gonna have to weigh that pros and cons yourself. Is it really worth losing that many recipes and this much stuff? I mean, look at the book difference. Look at the book difference. Look at this. 450 compared to 900 books. You're essentially valuing time way more than your tiny few percentage over time. I think they said that +1 or higher have better roll in stats during forging. Correct, Jorge, and that's something people have been debating about over a long period of time. Is it truly worth to make a shitload of +5 UR equipment? And I think we're only referring to URs more or less, because they're essentially only come from raids and or the box event, which literally takes the entire week. A lot of dedication, a lot of coordination with other players, your guildies, to get those. Now, a lot of folks actually got multiple +5s potentially, but they're essentially spending a lot of their gems. So for free to play, definitely not really worth to just go balls deep to get a +5. I think it's better to get a bunch of +2s. You know, look, +2 to +3 is 1%. It is not worth the making a bunch of +3s. If you're gonna do +4, it's 1%. And the +5 is usually the biggest jump. So just take a look at a +2 compared to a +5. It's 6%. But these stats are all gonna be the same. It's really just these things you're opening up. Crafting used to be even worse than this. So far, Taka, we've just been discussing equipment all stream so far. We've been debating about what's kind of worth it and what's not. So to reiterate, if you have Soul Thermasa Magic, right? I don't have that, but let's say I did. Let's say this, I don't know what it is. I'm making it up, okay? Let's say it's 100. Then your weapon at 157 will be taken first. Then the second highest stat will be cut in half. And I believe, let me scroll here. Somebody said something about percentages earlier. I think it was Itsuki. Let's see. Itsuki said something about, yes, second and third highest stat would be lowered at a percentage. Some stat reduced more than others. So there we go. That is all correct. Only some equipment will need full awakening, like Purple Lightning, since it gives additional ice damage. There you go. Not all equipment needs it. Thermasa and Platinum Robe can be stat sticks, correct. So essentially you build it at even a +0. Like, look, a +0. I still get all these nice stats, right? And essentially, if you don't care about the resistance, which I think the resistance is stacked, right? If you have armor that give you magic resistance and this, it should give you all stacked in resistance. I'm not sure if these are cut in half. Thank you, Kung Fu. So I figure it would have been 120 because that's pretty high, right? So 120, you can go as far as even just equipping a Solve Thermasa, another armor, and another TMR that's accessory, and you still be good. You don't actually need a weapon because the magic is actually quite high, in my opinion anyways. So essentially you don't have to go all out and trying to... Actually, you can probably just equip 2 Solve Thermasas, unless this is unique. Is this unique? It doesn't say unique. So you can probably equip 2 of these bad boys. So box stats doesn't stack. Thank you, M1. There you go. There we go. Remember I said earlier we're learning shit from the game during my stream? Well, boom, we just learned something. So magic stats here in the box don't stack. So ideally, you will don't need an armor that give you magic resistance plus this. Then you, yeah, okay, thank you. No, the box stats are not half. They just simply don't stack. You just take the highest one. Because these numbers are not very high, right? Like, look, it's only 8%. It's only 8%. Thank you, Ryan. I will definitely check my Discord after I get off. So, I know this already came out in JP. So, if you guys need, like, specific fine things, I think there are some YouTubers that covers JP stuff already covered it. Personally, I don't even know all the info. And I definitely should apologize for that because I probably should know all this. But the same token, if it's not out on global right now, I don't really care because it's not on global. So it's not on my mind. I'm not that type of person that thinks about shit too far down the road because it doesn't make any difference to me. I should have plenty of time when they make the announcement. Oh, by the way, we're giving an update. So all this is this. Actually, let me take that back. Let me take it back. I think the stacking is already implemented on global. What am I saying? It's already implemented. So therefore, I should know this. I should know this. Shit. Okay, I'll definitely check that out, Ryan. I should definitely look that up before I give people the wrong numbers. But like I said on my streams, people are way more knowledgeable than me. So they're more than happy to help out people who have questions. And that's why I really love my streams. And I love streaming in general because it gives people the opportunity to learn about the game. So Jorge, don't take me as the person with answers. I'm just hosting the stream, so therefore we can help each other out as well. And I think that's the other reason why I stream once a week, to try to gain more knowledge for myself, you know? No, it's not unique. Yeah, I didn't think so. So yeah, essentially you can wear 2 Solves Thermatas. You could wear like a +5 for this boost and a +0 just to pass some extra stats. So if you had a +5, 120 magic, then you can wear another one, non-magic, maybe pat your other stuff. Well, actually, it wouldn't be a really good reason to not make 2 magic, right? That would be a terrible example. Horrible example. Better example would be 2 Sortelli J's, right? So you will essentially wear 1 defense so you can get half the other one, wherever the lowest, so you can stat half. So there you go. There you go. Just tiny bits of extra gains if you wanted to. And by the way, I do that. Let me show you guys something real quick. For those of you who are having hard times just with certain encounters and you're just taking way too much damage, what I did was, at one point, I removed the sword, okay? And I decided to give him something else to pad his stats. And so let's take a look at this real quick. 5763, okay? And this is 49 HP, correct? If we remove this, are we gonna lose 24 HP? So 23 HP. 5763. So 63. Removed. There it is. See, 63 minus 49. It's like 10. It's like It's like 14. So that means the weapon, it only took what? 49? It took a quarter of it. So clearly it took this first, 404, and then it took half of this, and then whatever else you decide to equip, it only takes a quarter of it. So in this case, it took a quarter of it. So if you're wanting to stack more stack, then maybe you can stack something that gives you a lot more HP. So maybe this will give you 123, right? So you put this bad boy on. It will give you a little bit more HP. Yeah, I don't have any damage, but I don't give a shit because this is a tank. You don't need him to do damage. You just need him to absorb damage. So I think that makes more sense if you want to just keep stacking stats. Like, I think the best thing to stack for this guy would be defense. So I don't want that. Actually, I will want like defense. That's 3. That's 7. We can do a quick test. And that's nothing. So 44 defense. If we remove this, which will be 0, and add this, he's still at 44 defense though. What? So it doesn't add more defense, right? Right here, it doesn't add defense. So it's 3. You guys are seeing this. 7, but it's still 44. So it's not even worth putting this thing on because it doesn't add anything. 5 spirit, 12 spirit, 22. So let's remove that. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed. You guys notice this, right? What if I remove this? Then it starts changing. So defense and spirit didn't, right? It didn't add at all. Hello, Perpetual Scream. How we doing? Diminishing returns of defense is 20% for the second highest. Okay, so 20% of like 3 is literally not even 1. So they didn't even add it. So that gain, you will actually have to. So 20% of 5 will be 1. Well, it'll be 1 something. If I equip this, do I get the spirit? 22 spirit plus that, I should get 1. Do I get the 1 though? Do I get the 1? I didn't get the 1. 10%. Now it's 10%. Right, but if it's 10%, I don't have any defense on this. Oh, never mind. I do have spirit. My bad. So in order to gain spirit, then I will have to need 10 spirit to gain 1 spirit. All right. Fair. So then it's not really worth it. So it's better to just put on a weapon. It's better to put on a weapon because then you absorb. Okay. You guys are right. See? Boom. So that stat stacking, now I think about it, doesn't make a lot of sense. I think I need to get a better armor for her. I just don't like this. Look at this. Decrease accuracy, decrease 7. Oh man, I hate this armor. I really think I should finish the iron plate for her. Let's take a look at the holy stupid shoulder thing. I think that's more for offensive. Yeah, you're right, guys. I overlooked. I think I was, for some reason, I was thinking defense. Damn, you guys are quick, man. I swear, you guys are so much quicker than me. See, one thing I learned is age will always lose to youth, right? Age will always lose to youth. Youth is a very powerful thing you guys have. Take advantage of that shit. I should probably look this up. Because look, the maximum you get is -5 evade, which I don't care about on a tank. But 0 crit, I think that's alright. I probably need to make one of these too. I need to make one of these because this gives missile resistance. And I know I can craft a badass, which is only 2%. So value-wise, this is better value. I think shoulder people are going for was it HP? Is that right? Internet. So Holy Knight, have you guys decided which is the best one? Because I think there was a lot of argument about whether or not to go with Vital, or I think it was defense or something. I can craft this, no problem. I still haven't crafted it yet. I think my needs will probably be defense. But HP will probably be just as good. Adds around 700 HP, so go for HP. Okay. Let's see what the Platinum Helm's looking like. I think this is the only UR I'm considering getting a +5. Brigandine. Wasn't there a strategy RPG called Brigandine? I remember I wanted to play it because it looked so good. Something's going on. My eyeball is feeling a lot of pressure. I feel like I'm getting like a tension headache. And no, I'm not stressed. I don't get stressed. So if you do not have the Alexandrite ring, this is a very good option to take at a +5 because it gives you accuracy, so you would ideally go for aim. I believe you should go for aim here because this also gives you dex, so all these stats, as we saw, will be negated. And so unfortunately this does have very low HP, so then you will want to wear an accessory that has higher HP than that, right? And then this one you would just go for accuracy. So maybe go for like crit or something of so. This specific armor seems very specific. So this I talked about in a video. I think this one essentially, this is the biggest stat you're going to be adding to your tank or whatever you're using, because you're just really essentially doing crit evade. Since we just did all that math, you don't need anything to add slash resistance since it does not stack. You want to just go for this and then go for one of these ones that you can max benefit from. I think Spirit is what was recommended to give you the ultimate terms of the most number of stats. HP, it shouldn't be that much higher. Helm looks cool, but they didn't change the cosmetic in-game for people who use it except swords. I agree, Second. I think that's something we should push for, right? We need to start writing emails, letters, and be like, Square, Gumi, god dang it, please give us the cosmetic change. We love cosmetic change. The Final Fantasy XIV raid helm is me. Wait, Final Fantasy XIV? What is the Final Fantasy XIV helm? Did it give us a new helm for Final Fantasy XIV? Yeah, I think all the URs are good. I think definitely, like Platinum Robe, since I already have like a couple of +1s, I got a +1 here and a +1. I'm gonna go ahead and try to build a +5 for the future, and I'm just gonna use a +1 as a. I decided to go with defense because to me it makes sense, right? Defense, missile resistance. This makes sense. Bagonet. Are we gonna be getting that? Bell, whatever it is. Bell. I don't think I have that. Well, disable is definitely more powerful than agility. I think that's enough crafting. I think we talked about quite a bit. I gotta start dismantling some of these other stuff. Like, I thought about making this, but this is essentially trash. Evasion is the way to go, but I was using it for magic. But since everything stacks now, it's essentially trash. I think this one is actually really good because of the crit evade. Look at that, 10. Weapon-wise, I need to finish this bow for Rosa. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out now that you guys are probably gonna remind me. We have officially upgraded to that. And then I want to make sure evasion here, agility here. Okay, since we're doing this. So good, nothing stacked there. Magic resist, alright, great. So spirit and 6, and we're taking what, 20%? So essentially these are wasted, but I do get a nice critical evade here and evasion 15. So I think this, for me personally, I think this is a nice combo. I think I may need to increase this because I really like shells and protect. Can I just enhance this shit right now? How do I enhance this shit? What the fuck? Where is it? Let's do it. Actually, this armor is not rated very high though. Let me see how much it will cost. Essentially that cost me way too much. I gotta reconsider that. I think my bell is the only one that I maxed. There are not too many that I really need to max. Wait a second, did we already have access to the Dark Knight Helm? Or are you guys, this is upcoming? Ah, yeah, you're right, Ryan. I should do that. Turn off Pierce. Because I noticed that the Blood Lance does a lot of damage, too. I probably need to get that Bravery up, but let's check it out. I need to max these things. I've been actually playing this game a lot more than I did before. Upcoming, okay. So wait, are you guys saying the helm sucks? Or are you guys saying the helm is good? I don't think you can increase the defense. Or are you talking about the protect? Because shell and protect is really good, but I think when I checked Ultimate.jp, it didn't give it a high ranking. So as you can see, I've been managing to get 20,000. JP just been farming quite a bit with him. So now it's time to really max him out. Bloodlance maxed. This is all maxed. I actually maxed Dragonbane because I think this skill is pretty boss. It deals large damage and then inflicts slow. I think it's great for raids. And is really good for like farming situations in terms of like farming a challenge right now. Like if he inflicts that slow on people, it can actually make a difference. I need to max these. Is this what I put on them? Increase defense. So yeah, let me max these. The helm is if I want pierce resist, I would get the elf cloak from the Siren Raid. Better stats, spread, and is an accessory set of armor. So you're saying it's not necessarily worth farming for this FF14 raid we're getting. Yeah, I think so. Then yeah, I think if you farm it, it will be essentially for disable. Disable did come in handy though for the Shiva rate, or the Shiva thing. Should I go with Paladin's Guard? Should I go with Paladin's Guard for a Guild War defense or a Guild Wars? You guys did mention that. Well, Ryan, you mentioned that Bloodlance is better. So I would assume Paladin Guard will probably be the way to go. Chance of taking reduced physical attack damage. Oh, you're going for a Platinum Helm +5? Yeah, me too. I'm going for it too. You're right, man. I should do the batch. I mean, I might as well do this. There's no reason not to. Counterlance, it is really good. See if I can afford it. And yes, I can. Paladin's Guard. I can afford that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do all those. What do you guys suggest here in terms of I think the only thing I have that off. And I think I'll do Blade Bash maybe later, because it is Pierce, so he can actually combine with Pierce. Fair enough. Imagine imagine getting hit, your guy counter lances and boom, kills your own team. Yeah, that would freaking suck. I think I would go with Guard as well. I don't know why I switched to Dragoon Baron and not Paladin. I have it on Paladin. I should have this. I did this so I can get the Immortal Spirit. Slash, look, check this out. Blade Bash is a slash attack, even though he's a spear user, right? See it? Right here? This is a slash symbol. So if you use this, then you can actually combo with your Dark Slash team. Just like how we were using, say, Shadow Links and regular Stern for spear. Yeah, he is. He's very annoying with him. I turned Divine Grace off. Oh, really? Well, I don't use it because I didn't level it up. And it's going to take another few days for me to do it. Yeah, +5. Well, the +5, I have a plus. Do I have a +5? I have a +5, but I haven't maxed it yet. I need more books, and like I said, generally speaking, don't like to. I like to min-max on certain things, so I don't really like to exchange books if I don't have to. Or you use Divine Grace if you don't want him to go further. But that's true, right? That is true. So if I use Divine Grace, then he's not going to use, then you're nothing to fear. Nah, +3 is good. I mean, like 5 damage is, like we've been talking about, 5 damage is not going to make any difference, right? 50 damage is going to make some difference. So I wanted him, since I didn't equip bells, right? I don't have bells on him. So essentially what he does is he used this stupid skill, which is why I was questioning if I should increase it, because he bestows Protect and Shell. Because this, I think, will give him more survivability. I don't know if there's a better armor for him, to be honest. I could use this, but I think this gives him more move, so that kind of negates it. And I think this, people are saying, is better for a tank anyways. I'm giving the bells to my Augureus for obvious reasons. I'm giving the ribbon to him so he can have some stop and slow resistance. Even though technically speaking, this will be much better suited for her. But because I'm going with the belt, I want her to have an armor. I usually use Augury's armor on a bruiser. That's fair. So you need accuracy. Yeah, Dragoon Helm is nice on tanks. Oh, congratulations, M1. Well then, what do you guys think then? I mean, like, I actually don't think this is a bad armor per se, because it's very defensively oriented, and it kind of gives me some defense. I think when I made that video about the having just built a platinum robe, I realized I mistakenly saw someone else have this. And that was the platinum armor. I don't have one, obviously, since I don't do any, you know. But platinum armor probably is the best thing for him, since it gives him tons of defense and tons of HP. Get Kaint Mont's TMR and he will use Immortal Spirit on second turn. That's a good suggestion, Mango. I should do that. If I give him that, then he will have no armor though. And then I guess I can give him an armor, but then what would I give him? I need to build an armor for him. This does give him some evasion though. Yeah, I don't like him to be too mobile. Yeah, Mon does give me the 8. So the defense will mean nothing here. So essentially, if I put this bad boy on, it would just be giving him the evasion. I know, I need new armor. Let's go check it out. What kind of new armor do I get? Let's see what we can craft. He wears heavy armor, right? So it probably should be this. Nick, what's going on, Nick? So maybe I should just craft this, right? Should I just craft a HP? You guys, everyone said HP, correct? I mean, the Kaint can wear this. Pretty sure Kaint can wear this. There it is. Give him HP. Yeah, I was thinking HP because I was thinking of actually starting live matches just so I can earn 5,000 points to get one copy of that platinum armor, right? I just need one copy. Use a defensive one. Well, the thing is, if I'm using Mons, it already has defense on it. So the next one will be 20%, so that 8 will be 1.6. So it'll be rounded up, so it'll be 2. I think to solve this problem, I just need to start doing live matches and earn that platinum armor, because that will essentially solve the defensive issue and the HP issue. But you know what? Let's craft a +5 vital. It is PTSD, man. It is all about quick and barrage, quick and barrage, quick and barrage. Oh, it's rounded down? So 1.6 is rounded down to 1? Man, what kind of math calculation is that nonsense? Obviously, I would love to have the platinum helm. Actually, I have enough to do a +4, but I don't have these saps, tree saps. So I believe I'll be farming the tree saps. I'm gonna be doing tree saps. And then these things. Wow, I need so much, 310. I think I should go for a +4 in platinum helm. So I think we're gonna go ahead and upgrade this armor. This is actually great for this map, missile attack resistance. So evasion, I definitely wanted to be at -5 because he's gonna be taking some hits either way though. I mean, I don't have any evasion stuff. So this is negligible. I want this to go down to 0 crit. So we're really just pumping all into HP, aren't we? Do I have enough? I do. Wow, guys, I just burned through all my books on armor. I'm gonna have to start farming. Damn, this game is so brutal, isn't it? This game is brutal as hell, man. Damn. Alright. Let's concentrate here. Streamer luck. This has turned out to be a non-farming. This is the very first time we actually haven't farmed together, if you guys noticed. Maybe people are mad and they're left because they're like, man, damn it, we wanted to farm with you. Well, today is called I need to improve myself day. So I'm gonna put some crit, I'm gonna put some HP. So these are all useless, let's just do it. 166, not too shabby. We already dropped to the -5, we got a spirit, we got some boost, alright. 20 HP, I got lots of HP, lots of crit. So 296, that's 300 out of 785, that's not too bad, not too bad. I think if I don't hit like 500-600 by the time I get to the thing, then I might be in trouble. 30 there, HP crit. I have tons of crit anyway. I should exchange all my crit. I think I should just exchange all my crit and turn it into seals. So 635 is my goal. HP evasion crit. HP evasion crit. Alright. So then for the rest of the way, that's what I'm gonna do. HP, evasion, crit. So 635, are you saying I need 635 by the time I hit it? Is this a reroll again? Did I screw it up? No, you're right. I just need 635, so essentially I only need like 80 on the next roll. Once you max HP, you don't need seals anymore to level up. So I should definitely use seal one more time here. Level 1 by 1 to save seals? What do you mean level 1 by 1? That would take forever. One level, one seal moves time. Let's go. All right. I'm gonna take y'all word for it then. So level 1. One seal, like this. One crit. One evade, like this. Are you guys telling me to do this? Alright, I'm doing it. Did that do anything? I don't know if that did anything, but alright, let's do it this way. 1, 1, 1. Oh, that gave me 1, guys. That only gave me 1 HP. That was terrible. No hammer. Alright, keep going. This is very tedious. I'm only getting one, guys. I'm only getting one. You said I needed 635. I only got one there. Aren't I supposed to be getting a lot more than one? But let's keep going, because I don't know if this is going to be a good one. Wait a second. Do I even need to use? Yes, I do. Okay, there you go. That was 20 something. Rest in peace, right? Damn it, rest in peace. No, that's fine. I got a 598. I got a nice little boost at the end there. Oh my god, I got one again. That's okay though. I only need 30 something. Rest in peace luck, man. That was a lot of garbage luck. Okay, there it is. Welcome to War of Divisions. The shittiest way to do RNG. What are these people thinking when they designed this? Who knows? Who knows? You can't figure these people out, man. These are number crunchers. There we go, 641. All right, I'm done. I'm at a -2 crit though. You know what? I'm gonna just keep going with the. I'm gonna go with the crit. All right, that didn't do jack. Come on, crit, big baller status. Crit! Damn it. I didn't get the crit. One more. Alright, here we go. Wait, what do you mean not yet? Hammer HP at 10 level without seals. Yeah, but I can already reach it. You said, oh, I see what you're saying. Hammer, then crit. All right, got it. Should I go full hammer? It's not too late. I got one more level. I should hammer to... Right, I know what you guys are saying. Max HP. So the idea was to use max HP, force level, use pity stat on crit evade, but it is too late. You're right, it is too late, because I had 2 more levels to get it. So just don't bother then? I mean, is saving that hammer that important? I mean, I have 1 more level, so there's a chance that I may not need to use this HP hammer. So there's a huge possibility that I actually may gain 20 on this last level, right? Yeah, it is meh. It is meh. So we'll go ahead and try a seal, because these crit seals are... I haven't done it yet, so let me try this way. There we go. I just saved myself some HP hammers. But I didn't do jack diddly-doo here. So essentially... So I saved myself 1 HP hammer. And then, of course, I have 2 evasion, and then why not use it? Boom. It's maxed. I did max it. Everything is maxed. I got lucky on the last roll because I essentially exchanged one hammer. So now it's perfect roll because now I just maxed everything. Yeah, I did. Because remember, I got lucky on that last roll. Just smash it. There we go. All right, done. I don't think too much about hammers, by the way, guys, because I don't craft enough to give two shits about it. And it turns out it worked out that time. So, right? Hey, it's called streamer luck, boys and girls. It's streamer luck because you guys are here and helping me out. Boom, there you go. Missile attack resistance done. So this gives me, these are all negligible. I get this, and then evasion. I do lose 5 evasion, but you know, it doesn't really matter, right? I get the solid 8/8 here. Half of that HP there. And then I get, boom, 785. Let's see how he's looking. Looking pretty sexy. 26 defense, 5200. That's looking pretty sexy. Not a lot of attack power though. I need to get this up, but I don't know if I can actually reach it on defensive stats. I'm going with defensive stats, right? This is maxed, so that's maxed. That only gives me 80 attack. This gives me 142. Sure, I can go more defensive stat. Yeah. Well, it's not agility. It's evasion, so it's even better. You're gonna get hit anyway. Yeah, it's negligible. I usually can take one hit because of all these stats that I'm boosting here in terms of defense. So we'll give this a shot, and then we'll go with defense. I think this is looking pretty good too. I can actually switch this to this if I wanted to. I can switch that to that. It's actually probably better to go with this, to be honest. Because I don't care about the evasion, but 5 accuracy might make some differences. The question is, do I care about magic attack on this stage? I'm already like kind of defensive oriented with this unit, 44 defense. I think if you had 100 plus defense, you take like no damage or something. Like you take like no damage from physical attacks. So let me see what's the difference here on defense. 5384. Let me see if I equip this. Can I hit 5765 and lose 1 defense? The only thing is, people with magic comms gonna naturally want to attack me, but they don't know that, right? Because I hit this guy in the background. I've seen like 10% of guild teams so far have more than 2 magic users. Like magic team will wreck my team. Like clearly, like I'm baiting them with this showing up, right? So let's go with magic resist. Then the question will be, should I go with Fenrir? But Fenrir wouldn't work with her because that's a tough choice. I think I want her to do more magic damage though. People might attack this team with slash and magic, so I'm giving them a big surprise here. So it's like, surprise, motherfucker, you know, kind of thing. I'm really tempted to kind of switch off to this for defense. This gives me more agility. and more magic resistance, because I'm pretty sure I set it for magic resistance. Let's take a look at what I've done. So, but magic resistance isn't a whole lot, right? 5, 8. That's only 15. Slash up. I think I was using Bow Love to draw their aggro in her direction. Not so much of not necessarily just, you know, whatever, but I could try that. So essentially I could do this. This gives me 50 dex and 4 agi, so maybe go for like a pure magic defense like this. You know what I mean? Hello Phillips, how you doing? Yeah, that's one thing, like, I believe it's Alpha from my guild, he was talking about how he didn't like the Fenrir card. He thinks this is junk. He thinks this is like garbage. Because the 20% magic resist against, say, 6k, 7k damage, you're still going to die. Right? Yeah, I didn't touch my thing, Chris. We touched up on that idea earlier. People were asking me how far is my limit break, and I'm like, it's limit break 0 because I don't want to build him. I don't think he does anything for this account. Like, look, this is 20% resistance against magic teams. But let's say, is there any good fire magic dealers? Not really, right? Not really right now. So let's say Howlet or a homeboy, Halloween Ryu, and they do like 7, 8k against her. She has 32 spirit. She has all these resistances. I'm at 63% resistance. Yes, it does give you a lot of agi, right? So I'm 15 against Slash. I'm weak against Pierce, so that's where she's gonna have some issues. But 63 against magic though. Oh man, look at these terrible stats. 40%. Yeah, I think so. That's why people are saying I think magic resistance is trash. Because they just do so much damage. Like, magic users just do so much damage. And it's highly unlikely that my one damage dealer can kill their entire team. I think honestly, like, a Fenrir needs to stretch the, yeah, like you said, needs to stretch the damage to 2 hits. At least 2 hits. Like, if they kill my whole team with 1 hit, then it's pointless. But also on top of it, if they use 2 magic dealers and they have some sort of AoE effect, that's boom, boom, 2 hits. No amount of magic resistance in the game, unless you're playing with characters like Grace or something. But Grace literally does no damage back. So I think the current meta is heavily magic. And it doesn't take quite a bit to invest in magic. I think I got mine because I was pulling for Warrior Blight, Phillips. It wasn't intentional. But I ignore the card because I don't think the card is all that great. So I ignore the card. Because there are other cards that does what that card does. Because like I said, that was the only sort of planning I did. I looked up on the ultimate.jp. it didn't rank it very high because future cards came out that essentially does the same thing. And why hunt for a card that was only limited time? I think that was the rationale why I don't have it built. Exactly, Ryan. So if you can survive one hit, I think that's why right now re-raise is that important, because in this game, when you get re-rose, is that the word, re-rose, re-risen? You maintain your same slot in the CT gauge. So when it's your turn again, you just take your turn. Shit, you cast an AoE effect, boom, you essentially wipe out the enemy team. So my co-guild leader, he was showing me footage of his team in Arena. He essentially uses a magical team for Arena, right? So he has them lined up where his two magic damage dealers will be going right after each other, and they each cast their AoE effect one after the other. And if your enemy teams are bunched up, which they will be because he's using Vial of Love to draw all the hate in that tiny funneling effect, then he wipes out their entire team. It doesn't even matter what team they have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what team they have. It doesn't matter what cards they're wearing, anything. They just get literally one shot, like 2 hits, they're guaranteed to all die. Unless they're using Grace, which they can build to 100% immunity. But again, Grace can't do anything in a 3-man comp to win a match, right? If your 2 other units are both dead, Grace literally just stands there, take 1 damage, but yeah, there's nothing she can do to turn the tide of war. So I'm more and more being convinced that investment in vision cards are poor choices in certain ones, because when you dump all your resources to do this card is going to be very powerful in PvE, but in PvP, it's so, I guess you can say, negligible, right? 20% by itself means nothing. So unless your unit is just innately strong against it, maybe this card itself for PvP purposes isn't really worth it at all. But for the sake of argument in PvE, oh, it's godly because it's 20% against any damage the game does to you. And it can mean a big world of a difference when you start casting magic resistance on your team, yada, 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 all that stuff. It makes a big difference, but you definitely have to pick and choose. You can't just sit there and level every single one of them, because unless you're wailing out, right? We say that all the time. Like right now, I think Cabbage is doing that, and I don't disagree with what he's doing. He ain't got nothing else to do, so he just keep leveling all the UR vision cards. And that makes sense because we're getting buffs in the future. Remember, we are getting buffs. I was going to say, you hit it on the head. We are getting buffs on those cards. So I think they're great investments. I think that's not the direction I'm trying to take this conversation. What I'm trying to say is building your defense in Guild Wars to kind of meet all the criterias. All you're essentially doing is you are just trying to minimize any sorts of damage on defense that your enemies can bring to you. And ultimately, it only makes a difference if you can do enough damage back, right? I think perhaps in this sense, a strong offense is actually better than a strong defense. Because if you can just go into combat and once you're engaged, you go boom, boom, and just kill their units off the bat, you're going to get 6 points on offense all day long. So that begs the question, what actually does compose of a strong Guild War defense? Because I'm having a hard time figuring out what actually is a strong Guild War defense. So we're going to have to mess around a little bit. I still enjoy the classic tank healer and then bash your face in with something. And I think when Strike kind of makes his presence, I think that's going to throw things into a bigger mix too. Man, this game is so like well designed, right? The more and more I engage in these type of conversations with y'all, it makes me appreciate this game so much more than anything else that I've played. This game is just so damn engaging, man. It's just like I can see myself playing this game 5, 6, 10 years down the road when I'm like almost 50 years old. I can still enjoy the hell out of this game. It's like ultimately you're just like building armies, and then you're just sitting down. It's kind of like Lego, right? I keep saying this, like Lego, you can interchange the minifigures to make different minifigures. and more characters. That's what this game's all about. Just like exchanging parts to ultimately craft something every single week to kind of engage yourself against enemies and things like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try, because so far I've been having a lot of success with this comp because I have magic, I have pierce, and I have slash. And my goal, the reason I use Vow is because I want to draw all their hate and all their units in towards this direction. So they're essentially ignoring the top, and then these guys can just start sniping and picking your enemy units off from a distance. The only problem with this would be if the enemy sniper or whatever is right on the top and boom, kills her off the bat, then I'm essentially screwed. But as you mentioned, just don't attack a team that has a sniper in their first slot. Yeah, this map is definitely catered towards those Niv users. A bunch of Niv users going to be having a hell of a fun time. Yeah, there's no natural barrier, so yeah, maybe let's try it. Let's go ahead and remove it, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll go this route. Since this gives me slash resistance, then essentially I can give her that. And then give her something that's a magic boost, a big magic boost. I don't think really evasion makes that much of a difference. I don't know if agility makes that much of a difference. I suppose missile attack resistance, but look at that low ass magic though. That's like nothing. What's that noise? Did my stomach just growl? So maybe the best bet was just to switch to Ramuh and try to deal damage. Yeah, the barrages. I think I'm gonna go Ramuh. I think I should just go ahead and max out my Ramuh. So she's at only 838. Hi, I'm a new player. I left Luartha. Do you recommend me upgrade Chocobo Esper? Yes. Chocobo Esper is one of the best for range units. I don't remember if it was the best or it's like second best. It was definitely one of the best. You're talking about the yellow Chocobo? Yes. Absolutely. I'll show you here. Like this card is like one of the best for range units, period. And congratulations, you have Luartha. She's essentially what everyone calls a beast of a gunner unit. So obviously you can use some in slash resistance since you're probably going up against slashers. But you will have 4... Oh my god, 10%. My brain just froze. So you will have 10% in damage. And then you have an additional 15% in attack. So my recommendation, obviously, you know, on top of my head, you would do this tree here. And then the rest, you can target something more specific, right? You can go accuracy, or you can go and start diving into some slash resistance. Well, the thing is, I was going to start testing it on mock battle probably this weekend, and then obviously rolling into next stream, I'm going to find out if the, what do you call it? The Vile Love will be good enough. But I'm going to build Ramuh anyways. Let's just do Ramuh, and then maybe we'll stop the stream, since tonight has been no farming. And I do appreciate you guys being very patient with me tonight because there was no farming, and I'm sure some of you guys are looking forward to farming, but we've just been, you know, having fun in terms of watching me kind of get better on my account. And sometimes I think I need to do that on stream because you guys can see my own progression rather than just mindlessly farming for things. Anyone can just farm. That doesn't do anything for the game if you're just farming, right? Because I farmed shit for like a long ass time, and almost 1 solid year farming, and you guys saw I have so many books and stuff because I don't build them. I get lazy, and if I'm on stream, at least I have to do it because you guys are watching me, kind of like hawks. You know, imagine like you see this dude in the gladiator ring, everyone's like watching him and shit. That's kind of how I feel, and that kind of puts some pressure on me to do what I need to do. So I'm down to 1 ticket here. And then the question will be here is, do I just get Raimu? Wait a second, why doesn't it tell me how many I have? I do want to max Raimu. I think getting just that huge burst of damage in the get-go sometimes can really force your opponent's units to be dumbasses and start healing. Hey Pedro, you came kind of late, man. So 155. And I need 200. Nope. That won't do it, guys. I have to wait for 1 more. I need to wait for 1 more of those summoning session things. I already used up this one, the one they offered. 50% is huge. Yeah, I know, it's humongous. Because right now I'm at 29%, so it'll give me another 21%. 21% plus my, was it base of like what? I think she's what, like 400? I might almost reach 1000 attack power with her, with defensive stats. Yeah, I don't think they have that anymore. So what I need to do is right, 45. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I have it in my mock shop. I always tell people not to spend this here, but if I get lucky and max it right now, then no. See, it's expensive. It costs 100, so I can wait. It's not a thing. I can't do it. I can't max it, so there's no reason for me to do it now and waste my resources because I don't think I have enough rainbows as is. I'm not building any more units in a long time, so I think it's gonna get dumped into the next vision card. Maybe I'll get lucky and summon another 25. So that will put me at 80 plus 100. That's close. I need 2 more copies essentially. Yeah, I just have to wait for another summoning session and then I should be okay. I don't think I'm gonna build Luartha. I know a lot of y'all be like, what the fuck, man? You have finally your fire unit and you're not building her? You know, the ironic part is I got her literally after just her banner just went away, right? So I can't do it. Literally, I can't build her. Like, just no reason to right now. Even if I farm her nodes every single day, it would take forever to wow, wait a second. Stun granted. Oh yeah, this Trust Masters is stupid good. Each time she takes a turn, she stuns potentially someone. I definitely want to build her for sure, but it's gonna take a while. So maybe I get lucky and get like those shards. They give us those opportunity to summon for like just shards, and I can build her. But I'm glad I got her because at least now finally I have a fire unit that I can start working on. So lacking in fire unit. I got really 3 solid water units, so I just need a tank of some sort. Give us a tank, damn it. Give us a tank for water units, man. Anyways, next free 10 pulls that I know of are in 1 year, so 2 months. Yeah, so again, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. I'll get her up when I can. I think that's all the time for the stream, boys and girls. I want to thank y'all for coming. I think we had a hell of a good time tonight. I think my account got a lot better, and maybe my guild will be appreciating that as well, that I'm actually working diligently to improve myself. All I do every day when I log on this stupid game is essentially farm. And I don't mean stupid game. I just, I say that. I just log on this game and I do is farm all day long. So I think that's it for me tonight, right? I think we got a lot done. I think next week we'll go back to the routine and we'll do some farming if you guys are needing some farms. And I think tonight was a very productive stream. I think we learned a lot. I think if we're able to help one player each time I stream, personally, I feel like my duty is kind of done in that sense, right? Because that's the whole point of what I'm doing, is to reach out to the community, get everybody more engaged playing this game. When you have a big, strong community, eventually the support will flow back my way. But I am still asking people, if you guys know friends or family members or whatever, try to get them to help me just subscribe to the channel. I really want to push for that 1,000 mark, because I get access to that community announcement board, so I can sometimes communicate very quickly, just like, hey, by the way, extra stream tonight or no stream tonight or whatever the case is. Obviously, I can start monetizing as well, and maybe I'll dump more money into the game and do more things to make the account more progressive, so I can show off more things to people. Who knows? It's not a rush per se, but it would be nice. But anyways, Nash, I don't know any Discord tell people that I'm streaming. Nash, I don't know why Discord doesn't tell people that I'm streaming. I don't know either. That you can ask people in Discord if you want to. But I'm going to cut it off here. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. Generally speaking, I like to keep it at 2.5. But thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. And if you guys want to have any discussions, come on in Discord, and we'll keep doing that. And hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Saturday's video. And then, of course, Sunday is my day off. So, all right, until next time, you guys take care of yourself. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace out with Nash Taters and his family. Bye, guys.